the accident scene. From my main office in Ohio, I want to get you paid. Call me now, 1-800-HURT-123. That's 1-800-HURT-123. And follow me on social media at Attorney Big Al.
Ugh, kitchen ants, runaway roaches, a spider. A spider. A spider! Relax. Just use Zevo. Zevo insect killer spray.
Trees. Like, why is these trees looking like this? Let me slow it on down. Look, these trees is telling a story here. Y'all ever seen this? Big old goddamn, like, yeah. Look like keloids. Like, what's going on? Trees. It's good to see no tree like that. What's going on? What? Okay. Royalty, royalty. Miami Beach. This is the police. I'm like walking past the police department. Got that big old truck. They illuminated it. Almost there.
So you leave. You ain't Tosh.
What'd you say? I don't know. Yeah, I know. That's cool, isn't it? I don't know.
Sound like a superstar.
Yeah, look like one.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a superstar? Okay.
He always a superstar.
That's cool.
He looks like this.
He looked familiar. I don't see him around.
Yeah.
I seen him around somewhere.
Come on, we got people in the world.
I'm telling you.
We got little people. We got this thing. Come on.
That's funny. That's why I like coming to places like this, because you never know how you doing. How you doing? Nice to meet you. All right. That's nice. Jamaican? Okay.
Comments that you would like to engage with the cast and the director. Again, it is going to be brief. So enjoy the film after a brief message from our sponsors. Thank you guys. Enjoy.
Cast and director, co-producer.
Hey.
Cameron Davis.
Our producer, writer, Kamara Davis. There it is.
And we have the team that made it happen for Aaron. Maurice Carey.
All right.
Fatima Marie. Yvonne Jones.
All right, Jovi.
If you sign it, Casey. Please calm down. There you go, man. One of the questions that I think that is crucial, and I think everyone here in the audience might agree with me, we noticed how and where this was shot. Aaron, can you please tell us the obstacles that you went through that you wouldn't tell anybody to tell us about production itself? the development?
So this movie, I found a town in the middle of nowhere, Blackwater, Missouri, right? So I had this idea in my house, my mind when I wrote this movie of a house that really didn't exist. So half the stuff you guys saw were really sets that we built in the middle of nowhere. But the problem was we're in the middle of nowhere. So there was no grip trucks, there was no lighting, there was no food. I had to fire my caterer and she had some stuff that we finished. So, and then, and then on top of that, we're in the middle of COVID, and then our DP like tested positive, but not positive, then positive, and not positive. Like,
Oh, man.
So it was like that was a complicated shoot, but we made our way through it. It was a false test positive. It was freezing. It was freezing out there, but it was a good journey. We kind of bonded. I was out there maybe like a month before I brought the cast out, just kind of learn the town, put together the sets, and kind of build out how I wanted to see it. But yeah, that was one of our biggest obstacles. And then the worst part, day one of shooting, I get an email from SAG. We need a $15,000 deposit right now. We're shutting down the movie. Wow. I was like, I'm broke. But then my executive producer stood up, and then we actually sent them the wire, got the movie off the ground, and they would still shoot. So that when I tell you it was obstacle, that was really like some strong obstacles, but we overcame every one. That's what movie making is sometimes, just overcoming those obstacles.
Go ahead. Please tell us those obstacles that he's.
To be honest with you, I'm just not hearing about some of this stuff. I just got the phone call like we need this, we need that, and everything. So I'm just a big believer in his vision and his dream. So
Supporters
that's why
and believers.
I'm gonna continue to do more stuff with him. We
Dreamers
got
and
stuff
believers.
in the works right now, and I think as a team, he does all the stuff. I don't do that much, maybe act in a movie or two, but outside of that, with his vision and everything, I just try to put it together because I just believe in talent, so I just want to keep pushing on this.
Can you tell us more about the wonderful people that are standing right next to you?
Okay, so this is my lovely counterpart, Miss Fatima, that played Deputy Johnson as well. This, of course, is our lovely J.C. Simon that played our Bueller. And of course, I work with Maurice on a lot of different projects. I said, Maurice, I need you to come and play this one. What was our first movie we did together?
Was it Shane?
Shane, yeah, I took him. I'm always taking him in the middle of nowhere, right? So I took him to like an island. They took him to a beach in the middle of nowhere with Jasmine Burke that played. She was in Karen. Yeah, so I brought her in. I let her direct the script. I was going to direct. I was like, let you direct. Be your first time directing. So I brought her in to direct one of my scripts. Had him, and I just kind of oversaw it and kind of trained her on directing. That was her debut, and I brought them in the middle of there, and I think. I loved his acting, so I brought him back again for some other projects, and that's how we did. This is my cousin, Joby the God, and he's been pretty much in almost every project I do. Like, we have a bunch of projects, he'll just fly somewhere. Where you at, cousin? I'm coming. So we kind of just have that thing going on, yeah.
The nosy neighbor that saved you. Please tell us about her.
Barbara.
So actually, the car we drove, Barbara, I found her in the middle of nowhere as well. So Barbara was out there, I needed like some vehicles, so this lady just has everything. She has trailers, cars, or whatnot, plus she wanted the act. So that's how we found the nosy neighbor Barbara, just kind of threw her in there. So I got to remind her on this May because May's actually from Louisiana, and she travels with the Army and everything else. I said, hey man, I'm shooting in Missouri. She was like, I don't know nobody out there, but I got you. So she finds like a gem of a cast and was able to put that together for us. That was amazing. And then of course, my producing partner down here, Kamara Davis, he's opened a lot of doors. We've been knowing each other for years, forever. And so, like, he kind of helped me with some time. I'm a little stuck on the script. He'll kind of give it a second look on it, give me some ideas and encourage me to kind of go forward. So this has been our unit. We work together a lot, and so that's who we are.
So how long was production?
Long was production. We shot this in 10 days. We shot it in 10 days, but I wrote
10,
the
that's
script.
good.
This is the crazy thing, right? So I knew the story, but I was raising money, and I was producing, and I knew what the sets looked like, but I didn't write the script. So I started casting with the breakdown, and I got all the cast casting, like, I gotta write this script. So I wrote the script actually in like 2 days, while I was actually in Missouri. So it actually kind of worked out. But I saw the whole thing like very vividly in my mind. You guys may not realize it, but the majority of that was all sets. We built almost all the locations because in my mind I saw a house that had a second floor that had these side walls, and like you can climb up through different layers through it. So I built out the fence, we built out the side walls, we built like floors we can fall through. We came up with ways to blow stuff up, and so it came together really nicely.
Yeah, I got pulled off that 10-foot staircase. Like, some of the stunts were so much fun.
Yeah, that was kind of fun. Yeah.
We have a question from one of the audience members. Go ahead.
Yes.
Hey, what's up, Aaron? Stefan Latoubi. Can you talk about your post process? How long it took?
So the first time, investors were like, you know what, Aaron, you're busy. Hire a post house, and it sucked. So they took forever. They took about 8 to 9 months, and then I took the whole movie back and did the whole thing over myself. And it probably took about 2 weeks. But I've been editing forever, so it's kind of like second nature to me. So it took another 2 weeks, kind of refined and recut the movie, rescored the entire thing, recolored the whole thing. So actually, you watch the credits, all those names are just fake names I made up types like every job. But I was told that looks bad when they know every job, so I just kind of made up like a bunch of names I've never heard of before. So if you watch the credits, they're really fake. That's why they just cut it off.
So was this written fictional, or was this written as just you developing it like that?
Well, I love action and adventure, right? And so some buyers realized, like, this guy actually can make some pretty good movies with very, very, very little. So they kept asking me to make these movies I don't like. And it's nothing against, like, the romance movies and the fake movies. I was just bored out of my mind. I said, I just want to make a movie I want. And then they said, you know what? I'm going to help you find it. And he's like, you know what, Aaron, what do you want to do? Here's the money. Didn't ask me what the script was, just gave me the money. I was like, you know what, let's just go play. And that's kind of what we did. I just did something that was just in my head, just let my head run wild. Because a lot of times, especially with African-American films, the biggest thing a lot of buyers told me is like, use the exact words that a distributor told me once. You may be making a cookie, but the market may not want your cookie. So you made this cookie, you made that cookie, but we can't sell that cookie. And this was one of them cookies that they can't sell. And I'm like, you know what, keep your cookies. Don't make the cookie I want to make, I don't care if it sells. And that's kind of what we did with this, because they told me black people don't like to think, we want water cooler talk, we don't want too much educated content. And so you don't really see a lot of black films where we're thinking about solving mysteries, solving puzzles, so it's really difficult on the journey of it. But you know, we still took that chance anyway, and that's what this movie was. Just me exploring my mind, me thinking the way I think, but still trying to wrap some entertainment into it so you can get a little bit of that intelligence, but at the same time get some action kind of coupled with that.
So the missing actress.
Oh, she's actually, so what's crazy about Danielle is I discovered her when she was like 17 years old one time, and I put her in the first movie called J.K.'s House, a TV series I shot maybe, I don't know how long ago. So I shot her in that, and then I put her in another project, and then another project, and then she just took off. So now she's